Welcome to yet another game review video. This channel is all about ways to make money, especially to do with blockchain cryptocurrencies. So I've got another exciting review for you. Let's get into it. So today's game is called My DeFi Pet. Lifestyle based pet game on blockchain. I've been a part of the ecosystem since the early days. The IDO took place on the 27th of April. As you can see actually from the replies, I've been already engaging back then. I participated in this ICO. I've been one of the early investors. I still have the tokens, as you will see in a moment. So I'm going to first of all very briefly show you the website. The website is pretty comprehensive. The team has done a pretty good job so far. You've got all sorts of different things that they are already showcasing. The roadmap itself, it's packed with features, functionalities, possibilities, especially possibilities to allow you to make money. That's what's really cool about My DeFi Pet. Again, it's a relatively new ecosystem. You saw the date, 27th of April, when things really kicked off. Of course, they worked on a game a little bit prior to that. You've got the tokenomics. If you want to study, you've got the information about the team. I'm going to show you the team that they have that is more customer player facing in just a moment as well. Now, they've got a very active Medium channel. Very important. Updates are being posted, delivered every few days. There is something going on, and that's pretty much to do with the developments. The team is developing quite quickly. In the early days, when the game came out, I believe it was back in May. There were updates almost every day. There was another, because you can track when the game loads, you can track the version. So there was a lot going on. Of course, now they've got bigger things that they are releasing, so it takes a little bit longer to update the system. So here is the roadmap of the company that was posted on the 15th of July. Today is the 26th of August. So Q3 is packed with a lot of big features that some of us, the early participants, early players, have been waiting for a very long time, honestly. So I'm going to take you into the game, and then we're going to go back into the roadmap because it makes sense. Now, the game is on, you can play it on two different platforms. You can play it on Cardia Chain and you can play it on Binance Smart Chain. So you need to connect Binance to your MetaMask, ideally. And also, if you want to play on Cardia Chain where the fees are significantly lower, then you can just download the Cardia wallet and configure it and connect it. Now, here is what you must know. If you are gonna be, there's no interoperability, or there is no, the game, your account is not transferable. If you have an account inside of Cardia, the account, if you then decide to open up the game on a BSC, on Binance Smart Chain, you will not access the same account. They are separate accounts, and I can actually demonstrate that to you. Again, this is a work in progress. I don't know. Okay, let me just show you the version. You see the version 3.7.2. It's the same version for BSC as well. I don't know whether it is even possible for them to merge. So this is the account on Cardia. Level 1. I haven't really played it apart from creating two buildings. I actually, quite a while ago, I've already planned that I'm going to make a review months ago. So that's what this is about. I kind of left it there. But this is your base setup. You get two farms. You get this. You get these spaces. How's this even called officially? Okay, it's a farm. It's a farm plot. So as you can see, you're going to get another one with level 2, and then after a few more levels, you get another one. Later on, every 4 levels, you're going to be getting another farm plot. And of course, they are regularly also adding cages. Okay, let's say you haven't played this game before. So here is what you've got to be mindful of just for a little bit if you are really, really impatient. Like when I started, again, we started playing it back in May, we would build every single cage as it came out. The moment you level up, the moment you have another cage available in the cages section, then you just put it, you just build it, and you've got it ready. Now, what we didn't have is cages have different capacities. So Barbaria is the lowest, then you've got Fiends, or Fiends, however you pronounce it. Then you've got Insect, and then I'm going to show you, you've got two more additional ones. Wyvern and Chimera. Now, these cages, they have different capacity in terms of silver that they are able to collect. So what this game really is about at this stage is you're planting all sorts of different vegetables, you're collecting food, you're giving food to your pets, and that's how you're leveling up. You're leveling up from harvesting. So let's see if we can do it without potentially leveling up. Probably not. We're gonna level up immediately. But I've just planted. It's gonna be a minute for the very basic one. Let's just wait. Of course, the more silver you have, the more you can afford to actually purchase different plants that you would plant on a farm right away. Yeah, so this one, it takes a minute. As you can see, it changes halfway through, and 10 seconds towards the end, you can already harvest if you don't want to wait till the end. So, I'm gonna get some food in just a moment. In case you're watching this review, the reason why I received so much silver and so much food, actually for other bigger accounts, this is not much at all, it's because the company's compensating the players if there is an issue. If there is an issue in the game, if there is a bug, if you cannot play the game for a number of hours or days, they're actually going to give you a little bit of gems as well, not too much, and also silver and food. So, let's do it now. Now, we have the corn. I can harvest it individually by clicking on it. And as you can see, I got some experience, and I got some food. Or I can click on a meal, and click on a windmill, and click on the harvest all. If I have a lot of farms, a lot of plots, it just makes sense. Now, at this level, I only have corn and wheat. Later on, there's gonna be more. So during the initial stages, of course, you're gonna be probably playing and sitting in front of the computer a lot. Because again, the corn you can harvest after a minute. So you don't want to be sleeping, or of course you do, but do you know what I mean? You're not gonna be doing crazy things around the house and knowing that you've wasted all this time. Maybe you could have harvested several times during that period of time. Later on, again, so actually I'm going to show you on a bigger account how this exactly works. But let's just level up this account. Will this be enough? There you go. So level 2, I've got another plot that I just unlocked, and I'm getting some food, I'm getting some gems. So this is my account, again, pretty new on Cardia. Now I go into the buildings, I click on the farm plot, I decide where it's going to be sitting. If I want to move it, then I'm clicking on the arrows and then dragging it, dropping, very easy, and then confirm placement, and that's how it's done. As you can see, potato is now on the list, and you're dragging. There's no scroll here. You've got to click the mouse and drag across, down, bottom, whatever. You can use your cursors in order to move around the map as well. So, but very basic, very simple. This is where you're breeding. If you have several pets, you can breed. This is the staking, I believe. Yes, it's the staking center. Then you've got the library. Then you've got, this is a marketplace that is going to open up again soon. This is the hospital that is already live, that is already working. You can, if you have more pets than the cages, you can deposit or place a pet in the hospital. Now, you got some food. And in case you wonder, okay, how do I go up? How do I level up? You can do it in two ways. You do it by simply planting again. I'm gonna do the potato. And I've got 3 now instead of 2, so I'm gonna get more food and I'm gonna get more experience. That's one way to get the experience, by planting. Another way is by having pets and then simply giving food to those pets to level them up. When you are leveling them up, when you're actually giving food to your pets, you're also receiving experience. Now, there are different levels of the cages. This is level 1, so the capacity is 1000. The moment you upgrade this cage, and it will take some time, the bigger the cage, the better the class of the cage, the more it takes in terms of hours. But roughly, it's even the top cages is 1 to 2 days to upgrade them, and you've got the much bigger capacity. Now, it's going to be much better if we switch now to Binance Smart Chain, because you're actually going to see, as you can see, this is my main account. And I'm going to talk about a concern that I have. I'm very mindful, I don't want this video to be too long, but this game is still in beta. Again, it's a fairly new ecosystem, it's a fairly new platform, so there are things that the company is still doing. I used to be level 53, almost 54, and as you can imagine, like you saw the other account, it only needed like 20 or 22 to level up. Right now on level 27, you need probably between 30 and 40,000 experience to level up. When you get to level 50, it requires 300,000 or more experience to level up. I was at level 53. What has happened on a few occasions is that there was a rollback. There was a major update that got introduced, and for whatever reason, some accounts got rolled back from higher levels all the way back down to level 1. The company compensated in silver and food. However, what I received isn't enough to get me back to level 53. I am speaking with the team. I am hoping that they're going to fix it, because that's a significant downgrade. And the biggest really issue with that is that, again, as I said before, I'm missing a lot of cages. Like, I have a ton of pets that are sitting inside the hospital, inside the hotel. I don't know why I'm calling it a hospital. It's a hotel. I've got a ton of pets inside the hotel that I cannot place because I don't have the cages for them. Because the cages are only come with, like, again, every 4 levels at a higher level you get a new cage. So as you can see, I've got 6 here, I've got another 5 here, but I'm missing about 6 or 7. And also I'm missing a lot of the plots, because you're getting additional plots as you level up. Again, I'm gonna harvest everything. I farmed I think in the morning, so I can do some of them. As you can see, 154 experience. This is, I think it was tomato. So now the way they've structured this, and it makes sense, is you get more experience and you get more food if you do this often, if you do this frequently. So if you plant and harvest frequently, you're gonna get more versus doing those longer, just setting up those longer plantations. Let's call it plantation, whatever. So for example here, these two are proportional. So 1 minute of your time for 10 food, and then 5 minutes of your time for 50 food. But this changes. At the 30-minute mark, you're not getting 300, but you're getting 250. So if you're doing those longer ones, you're not going to be getting as many experience. But again, it's your time for money. That's what you're trading. Do you want to be sitting in front of your computer like all the time and just planting the corn? You can if you wanted to. If you have that time, that's the quickest way. Doing those shorter ones. But if you don't, or you simply are going to bed, then be sure that you do the longer ones. So I'm going to now harvest the silver. If you want to harvest the silver that you need in order to be able to afford planting, to actually be setting up those plantations, then you need to have pets. You cannot just do everything by simply planting the vegetables, because you're going to run out of money. You need to buy those seeds to plant them and then to harvest. So that's what the pets are for. Then you buy pets simply by going into clicking on the incubator. This is the incubator. You click on the plus button, and then you pay 3 DPET one DPET is around $5, whatever, 50 right now. So it's going to cost you $15 to purchase a single pet. And out of that, a pet is going to hatch. It could be all sorts of. There are different types of pets. As you can see, this is a wing papa. Then in here, what else do we have? We've got a Buxy. Oh no, this is another wing papa. There's a Buxy somewhere. This is a Buxy. The names are still, I need to report this to the team. Rudolph is here. Then what else do we have here? We've got Fang. What is a different one? I think this is Spike. Yeah, this is Spike. You've got all sorts of different pets. Different pets have different attributes that will help you for different things for when the game expands and develops. There is something that they've introduced recently that allows you to then battle a boss, and you need different types of pets for that because they have different speeds, they have different... Actually, you can see the attributes here. I just click on one. Yeah, health, attack, critical attack, speed, as well as how much silver they produce every hour. This is why you don't want to be stuck on lower level cages, because if this Venom sits in a cage for an hour, then he's going to produce 1,100 silver. If the capacity of the cage is only 1,000, like within less than an hour, one single pet would fill up the whole cage with silver. And if you've been sleeping, if you're in bed for 8 hours, you've wasted all that time. If you had a bigger cage, you could have produced a lot more silver. Now, the capacity of a cage is 3. You can have 3 pets in each cage. In terms of leveling up, you can level up with that. You can level up your pet. Once you have a pet, once you pay 3 DPET, you're going to get a pet at level 1, and you can keep on feeding that pet with food. Let me just show you how you do it. You can keep on feeding that pet with food. This is the food. I've got 13,163,000 that I have to give to this wing papa purely because it's a level 16 pet. So I give that to the pet. As you can see, I just got some experience. If I do it, you can see what's happening when that pet is going to level up. So one more click, and this pet is going to level up to level 17. And then I got again experience. And now this wing papa is at the level 17. And now it costs more. Every time when your pet levels up, it costs more in terms of feed. And you click 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the pet is leveling up again. As you can see now, I've got 11 million, 2 million all of a sudden gone, and now 655,000 to level up the wing papa. Again, I got a lot of experience. Soon I'm going to be level 28. I could probably use it easily, but I'm not going to do it just yet. I want to see what's going to happen with my account. So, that's the game. You're buying pets. You place them in cages. Pets earn you silver. You use that silver to plant different vegetables. You can plant whatever you want, providing that you have the silver to do it. You simply click on a single one, and then you click on once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and there you go. And that's going to deduct the silver. Once this is over, you can harvest, and you can give that food to your pets to level them up. The higher the level, the more silver they're going to be producing per hour. That's simple. It's as simple as that. You can place them in these 2 places. You've got 2 different areas to be placing your pets in. You kind of have to do it eventually because you're just going to be too big. You're going to have too many things. So that's the game itself on 2 separate accounts. Now, up to recently, this game was only pay to play. There was no opportunity to earn. You needed money. When I joined, 1 DPET was just at like around 30 cents. So it cost me less than $1 to buy a pet. Right now it's $15. I don't know what this is going to be in the future. So I was able to set up a cage with 3 pets for $3. Now it's $45. And despite some challenges, the price is actually very stable. So this, you can also get different classes and types of pets. Like for example, my Fang that is now evolved is also rare. It has this aura around it. When you have a rare pet, it's significantly, typically stronger than normal, common type of pets. So, in terms of evolution, you can level up your pet without spending any more money all the way up to level 10. The moment you hit level 10, you've got to then spend 3 DPET in order to evolve that pet. And then you can take him all the way up to, I don't know if there is a limit. As far as I know, you don't. You just evolve it once. Maybe there will be 2 evolutions like with Pokemon, but as far as I know, that's not what is happening. Now, what you can also do is, you can create different types. I believe there are hundreds of thousands of different combinations. Out of 2 pets that you have, you can actually breed them together. You can click on one, you can choose a mother, you can choose a father, and then you spend 5 DPET, takes a minute, and of course they do their business together. And then that's how you can actually create an egg yourself. Out of 2 adult pets that you have, it doesn't matter what level they have. It doesn't matter at all. And then you're going to create another one. It's going to cost you 5. Again, they create the ones that you cannot really get from the incubator itself. So this is the choice that you have. You can do it this way and pay a little bit more if you want to create a new pet out of yours, or you can just use an incubator and purchase an egg, and then that egg's going to hatch, you're going to get a pet. Now, what I also didn't mention just yet is that pets have all sorts of items, trinkets, all sorts of crazy things like glasses. They've got these amulets or medallions. They've got wings. They've got different colors. Like, the more stuff, some like you've got spiders with wings, without wings. The more of these crazy things your pets will have, typically the stronger the pet. Now, okay, let's move on, because again, this is a game. If you want to explain everything extensively, it takes a little while. Now, recently they've introduced something that they called World Boss. So and right now this is only available on Binance Smart Chain. I'm waiting for the team to confirm if this is going to be on Cardia. I can only imagine that it will, because it will be a little bit pointless if you did set up your account on Cardia and then you realized, oh, I can only fight the boss and earn money from the game if I have my BSC. You will have to then start over. So it only logically makes sense that they actually do it. Let's just sign in. I believe they still have the tutorial here that explains. You can actually make it full screen if you wanted to. You just do it like this. So, final boss defeated. All the rewards has been distributed to pet owners that have sent pets to battlefield. So that's what you do. You click on the withdrawal if that was you. You can see the whole battle. The event ended. I believe they do them every 12 hours. That's how it was before. That every 12 hours there was another world boss battle. When you are about to join a new one, they give you a tutorial. Essentially, it costs you in DPET to join, and of course the Binance Smart Chain gas fees to join a battle. If you have successfully joined and your pet dealt a damage to a boss, you can earn some DPET. So that's how you're earning. And again, if it has damaged that particular boss several times, you're going to earn several DPETs. In here, you can choose which pet you're going to submit. And different pets have different damage that they incur. Look for the ones that have 5 times. And so the strategy here would be simple. If you want to be leveling up and feeding your pets, first of all check which of your pets will produce the most damage in the world boss and level up those pets first. So like this one here, Rudolph, this would be the one. It says level 1 here. He's not actually level 1, I've already leveled them up, I believe. So, again, it's just to clean up after the recent update. So I would be leveling him up first, because the stronger he is, the more damage he's gonna make. Every time he's making damage, he's causing damage, I'm earning money, I'm earning DPET. So that would be my choice. I would be leveling him up first, and then you would withdraw him from the battle. He needs to rest a little bit. In a hospital, no, maybe in a hotel. One of the two, and then you can again play the game, go back, and that pet can farm again, earn you silver. That's it. That's really the game. Again, this is going to grow, this is going to develop. It's a fairly new ecosystem, but the game received a lot of recognition. Still today, I actually am not aware of a game that is this popular. Strangely enough, it's just out of nowhere. I came across the fan page, or business page, however they call these pages now, and it's crazy popular actually. Look how many likes it gets. There's a strong Filipino Thai, again, Chinese, Spanish community. Lots of shares, lots of comments. This is actually not that popular. I've seen some that get a lot more, but yeah, 1K again. They're doing pretty well. In terms of marketing, I'm actually very impressed. They do a lot of announcements. They post them in a lot of places. So again, I wanted to go back to the roadmap. This is the feature, sell cage feature. That's what I'm waiting for. Because I want to get rid of the lower class cages. And I just want to have the strongest cages. The Chimera. Because Chimera level 3, you can have, this is the max level. I cannot upgrade it beyond that. It's 20,000. Comparing to Barbaria level 1 is 1,000. There's a big difference in terms of silver capacity. So you can have strong pets, and it's still going to take them a few hours before they're going to fill up their capacity, and then you just simply harvest. Now, so I talked about Facebook. Of course, the roadmap, you can find it online. You can find it on social media. Now, when I click on Telegram, these are the two channels that they have. One is for announcements and one is for the chat. Very cool. Lots of interactions. Pretty much every time when I wake up, there's like over 1,000 messages. Sometimes admins mute it, which is a very good thing when things go a little bit crazy. Like there was an update, people are panicking, somebody's spamming, there's like a malicious bot for whatever reason that is just posting something. The team is intervening and they do it very quickly. Now, they have a large team here that they've announced. You can actually reach out to these guys. I just saw it coming in, I think before the images. Again, you can see, hunting. They post updates, improvements, oh, there it is. So the founder, you can see the co-founding team, and you've got the admin team here that do the work, that make sure that people are behaving. I sometimes kick off, because yeah. Now, they've got this king and queen, chosen candidates. I submitted my application. I didn't really expect much from the team. I thought that they're gonna probably select thousands of people, whatever, because they have a large community. You can see 102,000 people inside of their Telegram. But I was actually selected. I'm in round 2 to be chosen as the ambassador, number 14 here. Pleased with that. So I'm looking forward to further selection, whatever these guys are planning to do at this stage. I like the game. They're developing well. One thing that I would want them to change is really those releases, because sometimes this is kind of bugging me a little bit, that these things come out, new features come out, and sometimes we have these issues like the rollbacks. At lower levels, or for lower level accounts, giving somebody silver and food is enough to get them back very quickly to where they were before. If you have higher accounts like myself, 53, I was this close to 54, you cannot do it with silver and gold. I don't know if they can somehow change that specifically for my account or not, what's going to happen, but that's a little bit of a concern. I would love the team to just spend a lot more time in this quality assurance stage. I develop features, I develop products, I've been advising for gaming and technology companies for a while now, and quality assurance is important. The testing stage is important. Of course, the bigger the ecosystem, the more testing you have to do, because things have that domino effect on other things. That's the only thing. But apart from that, this is a good concept. Finally, play to earn is being introduced. So you are no longer just spending, but you'll also be able to earn money. Again, you've seen the packed roadmap that they have ahead of them. There's going to be so much. Staking is something that's going to launch very, very soon. So whatever DPET you have, I'm looking forward to actually seeing the API annual percentage yield, APYs on those as well. So that's it. I'm hoping that you've enjoyed it. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure that you comment, you like this video. If you have any questions specific to this game or the channel itself, drop it down below this video. There's going to be more. I'm looking to be creating these sort of reviews once or twice a week. I want to be going through the documentation, the website, the white paper before I do a review, just to be sure that what I'm sharing is accurate as much as it is possible. DPET again, my DeFi Pet, I've been a part of for quite a while now. I understand the game. I'm following the updates as much as I can. It's a cool game, quick. Right now, it's you just collect, you feed, and then you're coming back after a few hours, you collect and feed. So this is a little bit of an investment in time for what you believe could potentially happen with the game in the future. But when you follow the price charts of the game, when I joined the game originally, again, it was like at 30 cents, but the game very quickly had gone up. So when we look for My DeFi Pet, just look at the chart is just crazy. 523 today, it's gone down a little bit, but again, it's still growth compared to yesterday. Look at the 100, everything went down, of course, because we had this bull, and then we had this bear. Look over here, what was happening back then. 29 cents, May, that's when we were buying, I was purchasing a lot of pets, placing them in cages. The price went up all the way to $9. Again, a slight correction here, but again, I believe that the growth is going to continue. Not a financial advice, but yeah, I believe it's worth spending a little bit of time to get to know this. Be sure that you also plug into the social channels so that you learn about a little bit more about the game, and then hopefully I will see you in the next video very, very soon. Take care. Goodbye.